Hi, this is Phil Hendrie, and it's episode 148 of the Classic Show podcast, which is what we're renaming this. The Classic Phil Hendrie Show podcast, our Classic Archive podcast. Most importantly, though, it is a podcast now exclusively for our Backstage Pass members, and it answers a need that a lot of you guys have expressed, which is it's great to go digging through the archives, but you would like at least once a day something from the archives that we've produced that everybody can sort of listen to in common, and it's fun for us to be able to do that for you. So we're happy to present this podcast, not just because it's a classic podcast, but because it is for our Backstage Pass members exclusively, because that's what this website is all about. This is one that's an all-time favorite of mine and probably of you. It's Steve Bosell and the Cybersex episode. Now, I am drawing this hour from a Thanksgiving Day marathon of November 27th, 2003. It was a Steve Bosell marathon. So if you're into some Bosell today, check November 27, 2003, because it's 3 solid hours of Bosell. This is the Cybersex episode where Steve was online looking for a little bit of love, some cybersex, because his wife had just had a baby and her body wasn't in shape and she wasn't good for sex, and Steve was getting horny, and he wound up hooking up with a cybersex partner named Bone Master. That turned out to be Roy Hutchins, his next-door neighbor, and I think at some point Steve started nicknaming him Pile Driver before he knew that it was actually a dude. He thought it was a chick. So it's a typical Steve Bosell, everybody's to blame but me, and it's a great hour. Here now for our Classic Show podcast of today, episode 148, is Steve Bosell and the cybersex episode known as Bone Master.
What is cybersex? Cybersex can become a destructive addiction, according to psychologist Kimberly Young, who has created the Cybersexual Addiction Index to help people determine whether they've crossed the line to an unhealthy dependency. You can become addicted to cybersex. Let me bring on Stephen Bosell. He is a construction contractor from Corona, California, involved in legal action right now concerning cybersex, a neighbor, etc. It's a very convoluted, it's a very involved story, Mr. Bosell. Good evening, and thank you, and thank you for coming on our program.
It's my pleasure, sir.
Tell me how this all started with you. Were you engaged in cybersex?
I was engaged in cybersex over the course of a 2-month period.
You're a married man, isn't that right?
Excuse me?
You're a married man, isn't that right?
Yes, sir, I am.
Why were you doing this? Why were you engaged in cybersex? For you who don't know, is getting into a chat room and talking sexy with people, or chatting sexually with people?
That is correct. To answer your question, why I got involved in it is because I was lonely. I'm married, but I was felt very lonely. And
why were you lonely? Was your marriage not good?
My marriage is good. My wife had a baby, and she had been pregnant, and she went ahead and had the baby, even though I had asked her not to. And when a woman is pregnant, I don't know if you're familiar, it is very difficult, if not impossible physically, to have any normal relations with her. It was at that time that I determined that I needed to have some release. And
is your wife pregnant now? Didn't she have the baby?
Yes, she did. Yeah, but...
And yet a lot of this cybersex took place after the baby was born, is that right?
Well, hold on, because your wife's pregnant and she has a baby, but her body is still not anything that you would want to have nothing to do with her. I mean, it's not all that, it's too loose and a lot of different things. So I decided that...
No, I get the general feeling of what you're saying here. Your wife was not attractive to you, so you were having cybersex.
I love my wife very much.
No, I believe that you do, but she was not attractive to you, so you were having cybersex.
Yes, sir. And I got in a little bit too deep.
Go ahead.
I was talking... I got into a chat room with an individual I thought was a woman, and we carried on a sexual relationship for about a month.
What did that include? When you say a sexual relationship, what is that? Did you really believe you're having a sexual relationship with this person?
Well, I do. I was doing things to her, and she was doing stuff to me.
Yeah, but all you're doing is typing onto a keyboard, isn't that right?
Technically, yeah, that's true. But if you understand cyber sex, you're typing, but you're getting all hot and everything too. So is the other person too, because they're telling you that they are. So I got into a chat room.
You met this person in a chat room, and then what'd you do? Go private? Is that what they call going private?
Then we went private, and then we started instant messaging each other. Yes, sir.
Then what happened?
What happened was I found out that the person that I'd been having sex with was my next door neighbor, who is a man named Roy Hutchins.
All right, this is the part of the story. You were having cyber sex for 2 months with your next door neighbor who you thought was a woman.
That is correct.
Was he playing a joke on you? Was he actually having sex with you? What?
It was a joke.
How did that happen, sir?
He had found out what my username was, the name that I was using in the chat room that I was in, because I've been speaking to him about it.
So he knew what your username was, and you didn't know you were talking to your next door neighbor. What is your username, by the way?
My attorney has said that I should not release that.
All right.
So anyway, next thing you know, I'm having some very, very intense and very satisfying sexual encounters. I will tell you now that I was taken to heights of pleasure that I'd only dreamed of.
And this was your next door neighbor, Mr. Hutchins?
Yes, sir.
But you thought it was a woman?
I thought it was a woman because of...
What was the username that he was using?
I'm not sure if you want me to...
Go ahead.
He went by the name of Bone Master.
Bone Master?
Yes, sir. Anyway, she called herself, or what I thought was a woman, Bone Master, and it was probably the happiest 2 weeks of my life. I had great sex, all cyber, so it wasn't cheating, and then he told me...
What did he tell you?
He told me it was he and her, and he thought the whole thing was hysterical, and this guy Hutchins made me look like a fool.
Yes, he did.
Well, see, this wouldn't have happened had my wife not had the baby, and I told her I didn't want it. I want her to have it.
Well, all right, so this is the point of the legal complaint. You're blaming your wife and not Mr. Hutchins?
Yes, sir, I am, because my wife had said that she was going to have a baby, and I told her I didn't want her to have it. And
why did you use birth control? What has this got to do with anything?
Because I initially did want to have it, but after she got pregnant, my business went bad, and I told her I could change my mind and didn't want to have it no more, and she said she was going to have it anyway.
Well, what did you expect her to do, have an abortion?
It was still early enough. It would have been legal, and
But she refused.
She refused, so she stayed pregnant, and I had to have cyber sex with my next-door neighbor, who's a guy, and now I find out it's a guy, and I look like a fool. And so who would you say is responsible?
Well, Mr. Bosell, if I might, I would say that you, sir, are responsible.
Oh, bull crap. Every step of the way, my wife's fingerprints have been on my pain. I feel in some way that she needs to pay for my humiliation.
Well, you've gone to your attorney and you've asked that your wife be forced to have, and let me see if I'm reading this right, breast implants and collagen injections. Why?
Because she'll look good, and I won't have to go online and have sex with Roy Hutchins, which is what happened.
Look, you didn't know you were having sex with Roy Hutchins.
But that's what happened. I wound up having cyber sex with my next-door neighbor who thinks it's funny. I'm so confused because I feel the pain, yet the sex was good, and that's what makes me torn. So I'm not suing nobody. I'm not asking nobody for no money. I just feel my wife should be compelled to have bigger breasts and also to have big lips. I'm
with Steve Bosell. He's a Corona, California construction contractor. He was online having cyber sex with somebody who he thought was a woman. It turns out it was his next-door neighbor who was playing a joke on him. He said he had to go online and have cyber sex because his wife was not attractive enough while she was pregnant, sir?
Any man will tell you that it is very difficult, and it takes, if you have a weak stomach, it's difficult for you to have sex with a pregnant woman. And I have a weak stomach, so I was not able to have no sex with my wife.
So you went and had cyber sex?
I had cyber sex because it was not physical sex, so I'm not cheating on her.
All right, well, I'm not even saying you cheated on your wife. What I'm saying is that, if you'll forgive me, you were a little, shall we say, ignorant?
Well, I don't have to take that.
Well, now, hold on. I mean, you were a little ignorant by saying, well, A, I'm going to go and have cyber sex. B, I found out it was my next-door neighbor, a guy I was having cyber sex with, and he made me feel stupid, but I'm going to make my wife get breast implants and collagen shots so she'll look good. And well, what if she gets pregnant again?
No, she's not going to get, well, even if she got pregnant again, if she had, like, big boobs and everything, I wouldn't mind it so much. But every man will tell you that to have sex with a pregnant woman, man, that's tough. That's asking a lot. You were talking, I heard you, Mr. Hendrie, talking about going over fighting Taliban and all that. I'd rather be in the cave looking for bin Laden than have to mount a woman. And it's just not good.
Okay, I'm going to take a phone call, and then we'll go to a break. Let's go to Rachel. Rachel, you're on with Phil Hendrie and Steve Bosell. Go ahead.
Mr. Bosell.
Yes, ma'am.
I thought this was a joke as I was listening. I've never called a radio show before, but I felt
I'll tell you, the joke that was played was on me.
I don't understand what's the joke. First of all, I just had a baby 9 months ago, yet I carried on sexual relations with my husband the entire time. Okay? And when you get married, and guess what? I'm not sure what you look like, but I would be willing to place $1 million that you probably have a lot of love handles, and I'm sure you have a big pot belly also, and you're probably not the most attractive.
That's not the important part. It's the woman's supposed to stay good for the man.
Where does that say in the vows that the woman's supposed to stay to look?
Everybody knows. Well, how come women wear makeup and men don't wear no makeup? See?
What are you talking about?
Is your husband?
That has nothing to do with anything.
I need to ask a question right now. You said that your husband had sex with you while you were pregnant.
Yeah. And he found me very attractive.
Does your husband suffer from any visual disorder? Is he blind or?
Haven't you ever seen a woman who's pregnant who's attractive? I don't know where you're living. You know what? You deserve to be divorced.
Is your husband blind?
You know what? The only pleasure that your wife has in life right now is probably her child.
If when a woman is pregnant, you can't get on top or can't go in from behind neither.
Okay, I don't want to get. Let's not get graphic, okay?
No, I don't
mean. Ways.
I don't mean to, but I'm just saying.
But you know what? Your wife should leave you. You have no right to be a father.
My wife should leave me.
Appalled. Your wife should leave you. I'm appalled at these comments. Who the hell are you going to sue, and what right are you going to have to sue anybody?
I'm not suing nobody. Why
do you have an attorney?
I'm saying legal. I'm trying to compel my wife legally to get breast implants and to have her butt made nicer looking.
Okay, and even if she has that, you're telling me you're not going to go have cyber sex again? I think you're probably a closet. You're a closet homosexual. You should just come out of the closet.
How do you figure I'm a homosexual when I want to have sex with a girl?
Because you got turned on by your next door neighbor.
I didn't know. He said he was a girl.
I think you probably did know. Well, you're probably lying.
Okay, what guy calls himself Bone Master?
Maybe the woman said she was, look, Bone Master, he could be talking about himself, his bone.
He said he was a girl, so that's all I can say.
Well,
and if somebody writes you a letter and claims to be a woman, you're going to believe it's a woman, too. That's all I can say.
Your comments are totally appalling. They're embarrassing. I cannot believe you're a father. I'm embarrassed for
the thing I want to ask you, Mr. Bosell, is you said that your wife, you wanted to have the baby, your wife got pregnant, but then you didn't want to have the baby.
Right. So you're giving her, what did you expect? She was going to have an abortion?
It was still early enough. It would have been legal. It would have been legal.
Her satisfaction in life right now is probably this child, obviously not you, and she should definitely be leaving you, and you definitely deserve to be.
I don't know what she's going to leave me for. I did not cheat on her. I had cyber sex with a woman that I thought was named Bone Master. Turns out to be my next door neighbor, Roy Hutchins.
I don't care about the cyber sex. That doesn't bother me. It's your comments about your wife. That's what's the disgusting.
Well, the comment that you said that no man can make love to a pregnant woman who has a weak stomach.
That's absolutely true. Ask any man.
Mr. Bosell, are you a father? Do you have children?
Yes, ma'am. I've got 3.
Okay, so all of a sudden, just on the third time is when it happened?
No, this has been this way, but only recently have I been involved in the cyber sex end.
So when your wife was pregnant the other 2 times...
What?
You didn't have
what
sex...
happened then?
Well, I didn't have no sex with her, if that's what you're asking me. I mean, do I look stupid?
Yeah, you do. You just said, I don't have no sex with her. Use proper English.
It's up to her to bring the birth control. I put the garbage in the bag. She puts the bag on my garbage. You understand what I'm saying? So she has to provide the birth control so that we can have normal sex.
You know what? You deserve to be single, and you deserve to be on the computer, and that should be your only satisfaction in life because no woman should ever be with you.
I don't understand what I did wrong.
Well, I mean, all right, thank you for your call, Rachel. You don't understand...
Women can't shave down there when they're pregnant, and it gets...
Okay, man! Steve Bosell is with us. He's retained an attorney to force his wife to have breast implants and collagen shots because she's not that attractive when she's pregnant, and because she's not that attractive when she's pregnant, he went online and had cyber sex with what he thought was a woman, and it turned out to be his next-door neighbor, a man named Roy Hutchins, who is, as far as I can tell, is not named in this suit. Mr. Hutchins was joking, said he was kidding around, And Mr. Bosell feels humiliated by the whole thing. He also wanted his wife to have an abortion when he decided he didn't want to have a kid after all. This guy is, he's a mess. And he's the one who hired the lawyer? The other thing he said was, no man can make love to a pregnant woman. It's no man who has a weak stomach can make love to a pregnant woman. The Phil Hendrie Show.
Now, Phil Hendrie.
You were saying about me being confused and messed up.
Well, you heard me saying that you were confused and messed up because you were talking about wanting a baby, then not wanting a baby. Your wife got pregnant. You couldn't make love to her because she was too freaky looking. And
I didn't, well...
And then you want to make her have breast implants, and through it all you had cyber sex, and it turned out you were having cyber sex with your next-door neighbor, and you're blaming this all on your wife, and your next-door neighbor was a guy?
Yes, and that's the part that was humiliating. I was having cyber sex, and as I said, it was some of the best sex that I ever had.
You know what I would do if I were advising you? I would advise you to stop talking about how great the sex was that you had online, because it was with your next-door neighbor who was playing a joke on you, and this makes you look a little stupid, okay?
Mr. Henry, the first casualty of war is truth, and I will not be told that I can't say the things that are on my mind.
Okay, well then, let's just say it. Roy Hutchins, your next-door neighbor...
I did not know it was Roy Hutchins. It was a woman who called herself Bone Master.
And that Bone Master thing, man, you got to stop with that, okay? Roy Hutchins gave you the greatest sex of your life, and he was joking with you, man.
That's the part that's so hard to take.
Yeah. Can't be the best sex you ever have. It's got to be. You must be deluding yourself or something. Tara on the Phil Hendrie Show. Go ahead, Tara.
It was good.
Mr. Bosell?
Yes, ma'am.
I am appalled at what you are saying, and I'm just wondering,
Are you
where
pregnant?
is your wife?
Are you currently pregnant?
I just had a baby 4 months ago and had sex with my husband on a regular basis, and he thought I was very attractive.
Is he engaging in sex with you willingly, or?
Yes,
You know...
very willingly.
I'm just asking.
I mean, where is your wife and all? You knowing what you're saying?
My wife understands that I was humiliated by the fact that I had cyber sex with Roy Hutchins, okay? So she understands that, but she just wants to make me happy. I want to make her happy, okay? The part where she can make me happy is if she could just get her boobs big or something, and the part where I would make her happy is I provide her with a home. I also provided and I don't mean to be crude, but I provided the sperm that made the baby that she has now.
The sperm that made the baby, if you're listening...
You don't give me no credit on that, okay?
Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself.
When
you have kids, and you are degrading your wife.
Ma'am,
Yeah, you really... Don't you love your wife more than that?
I love my wife. I would die for my wife and my children.
Okay.
Well, you know what?
You're
If you were my
humiliating her.
husband, you probably would die because I would probably kill you.
What did I do wrong?
You are the most ignorant person I believe I have ever
Does your
heard in
husband-
my life.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir, please.
Does your husband have any kind of a physical deformity on his face, or?
My husband is probably one of the better-looking guys around.
So in other words, he couldn't get any better than you while you were pregnant, or I don't understand.
What are you asking the question of?
Why would he have to have sex with a woman what is pregnant?
Because
Why
it's his
wouldn't
wife.
you? Because you love your wife. You're attracted to them.
Well, the physical trauma that I went through and the psychological trauma is I had cyber sex with an individual who I thought was a woman named...
Well, it sounds like
Bone
to me
Master.
that you're sick.
And it
It
was
sounds
good
like
sex.
to me you're sick.
How am
And
I
I
sick?
agree.
How am I sick?
I agree with the lady who called before. I think you might be a homosexual, and this has traumatized you because now you're thinking about having
Let
to
me
come
ask
out
you
of the
something. I've
closet.
never smoked a pole in my life.
Would you please?
I'm sorry, but I have never been involved in no homosexual activity at all. I was having cyber sex with whom I thought was a woman.
I
She
wish
had
you would.
called herself a woman. And
I
we were
wish you
having...
would get your wife. I wish you would
Okay.
get your wife on the show.
Then I find out that who I was having sex with is a guy. And
Are
now
you serious?
I'm
Hey.
confused.
He had
Mr.
cyber sex.
Bosell.
He had cyber sex, ma'am. Tara, this is Phil Hendrie, with his next door neighbor, and his next door neighbor was playing a joke on him. He thought it was
I
a real.
know.
Okay?
But what does
And
this
every
have to
time
do
I
with
see
his
Roy
wife?
Hutchins, and every time I see Roy Hutchins bent over changing spark plugs in his car, I'm thinking about I had the best sex of my life with that jackass, who I don't even like.
You know what?
I used to call him Pile Driver when we was online together and everything. I feel so embarrassed. I feel so humiliated.
Are you serious? Is this a joke?
Jesus. No, he's devastated by this.
You're right.
He's devastated by a lot of stuff. But the problem is you're not blaming the right person. The person you got to blame is you, Steve.
I didn't do anything.
You're the guy that had cyber sex. You're the guy that wanted the baby. You're the guy that wants your wife to change. Why don't you accept her for who she is?
I do accept her. When I married her, she was 220 pounds. So don't tell me I didn't accept nothing about her not being acceptable to her.
What?
And by the way, Mr. Bosell.
Phil Hendrie Show.
The Phil Hendrie Show is back.
Phil Hendrie back with Stephen Bosell, a construction contractor from Corona, California. He has got an attorney. He wants to force his wife to have breast implants because she wasn't all that good looking when she was pregnant. He had to go online and have cyber sex with what he thought was a woman. It turned out to be his next door neighbor, Roy Hutchins. So now you feel manipulated by Mr. Hutchins and your wife. And repeat very slowly for my audience what you just said to me during the break.
Just what I said about wanting to go back online looking for Bone Master?
Yes. You know that the person you were talking to online who you thought was a woman called herself Bone Master. You know that was Roy Hutchins.
Yeah, I know it was Roy Hutchins. That's what I'm saying. But I still, every now and again, when I'm in my office, I can see next door, I can see his office, which is catty corner, and I can see that he's online.
So what do you do?
Yeah. I log on and I look around for Bone Master. I think maybe he's online.
So you want to have cyber sex with this guy who's your next door neighbor, even though you know it's a guy.
Well, I know it's a guy, but he play acts like he's a girl. That's all I'm saying.
And he does it that good?
Yeah, he does it that good.
When is your wife, can you make love to her now? Is she acceptable to you?
Just maybe probably, I'd give it 2 more weeks. She's just got to tighten up a little bit more.
2 more weeks, huh? And then she'll be acceptable to you.
I don't appreciate being yelled at, sir. I don't appreciate it.
I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. You're going online looking for Bone Master now, even though you know it's your next-door neighbor, Roy Hutchins. Shauna.
Yes.
She's on the treadmill 3 hours a day, so she's going to tighten up good.
Shauna, go ahead. You're on the Phil Hendrie Show.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was listening, and I don't understand where you're coming from. My father is a very good-looking man, and my mother was a beautiful woman, and he found her more attractive knowing that she was carrying his child than he did while she was not pregnant.
Did he walk with a limp or have any war wound or anything?
No, my father was gorgeous. My father is a gorgeous man. He's very good-looking. He's had many
Maybe
women.
he has a really, I don't mean to be, maybe it's real small.
Well, he's an Italian man.
Wait.
Well, why would he want to do that?
Why would he want to?
Yeah,
Because she was gorgeous. She was carrying his children, which was the most important thing to him and in the world.
Yeah.
It really was.
Well, it's been nice talking with you. I don't know.
Well, listen to the woman, what she's saying.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, they're real gorgeous.
They are. They are glowing. They're carrying your child.
Yeah, regular, that's like damn Mamie Van Doren.
Oh, my God.
Well...
And another thing, sir, your wife...
Ma'am, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You sound like you like your dad a whole lot. What's that about?
My dad is a very good man.
Yeah. Okay, Phil.
Sir...
I've had enough of sick sex and weirdos and cyber sex. And
Yeah,
The lady's
honestly,
talking about her father, okay?
Yeah, a little bit too much, too, about her father.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yes,
I do appreciate my father. He's a
3
good man.
bags full.
Sir, I'm not having sex with other women on cyber sex. And knowing it. And
Let me ask you this.
another thing, sir...
Do you know about the size of his penis?
No.
Thank
And why
God.
would I?
Thank God.
Why
Thank
would
God.
I? Why would I, sir?
Yeah,
My
why would
father's
you,
a good
Why the hell
man.
you know anything else about him?
She's talking about how her father was attracted to her mother when she was pregnant.
Right.
And my husband...
There had to be some kind of a malformed member or...
My father
He
had
must have
more
had
women,
must
sir,
have
I'm
kissed a
sure.
Peterbilt or something. I don't know what. Your father had more women.
I'm sure.
Hey,
Well,
Trader, I have to
let me
listen to this
explain
woman's father's
something
sex
to you.
life.
My mother passed when I was 10.
Past what?
Passed away.
All right, I thought...
Okay, and she
Look
was
at
gorgeous.
hold on for a minute, hold on. If you want to be a smartass now, is this where you're going with this?
I made a little joke.
You made a little joke. You're on my show talking about your wife having to have an abortion, not good looking enough, Roy Hutchins, cyber sex with a guy, and now you're making jokes. Is that it?
Mr. Hendrie, can I say something?
What?
A lot of the people that you've had calling up are a little boring, and I'm trying to lighten it up.
Let me do that, okay?
I'm sorry.
Let me be the host of the show, okay?
Ma'am, can I ask you, was your father's member shaped like a hook, or did it turn?
Okay.
You know what,
Yeah,
sir?
you know-
Honestly, I would not know that. But my father
Okay.
had so many women after
Wasn't
my
that-
mother passed, and
that
his new wife, she was very good looking as well.
Leave the laughs to me, okay?
Well,
Just leave the laughs to me, okay? Jason, you're on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I've got a question for Phil.
Yes,
Why
sir.
are you even wasting your time with him tonight?
hey, let me listen.
Hold on. I'll answer the man's question. I mean,
No,
the man
I'm
was...
talking
No, you can talk to me.
Okay, I'll talk to you.
You to talk to...
no, let me talk.
No, Mr. Henry, I'm the guest. I'll talk to this guy. You don't have to talk to me like I'm not here.
No,
He
I'll
wanted to
talk
ask-
to
he
you in
wanted
a
to
second,
ask-
but I'd like
no,
to talk to him.
No, you talk to me, okay?
Okay, I'll talk to you.
Talk to me.
No, you can talk to me. All right?
Who am I
No,
talking
he's
to?
talking to you.
You're talking to me, the host.
I'm
Okay.
a guest.
No, talk to me, the host. Ask me your question.
No, I'm the guest on the show.
Hold on for a minute. You have to talk to me.
Okay.
All right. What did you want to know?
Why are you
No,
wasting
you
your
got
time
to
with
talk
him
to me.
tonight?
Will you shut up? I'm going to put you on hold in a minute.
Well, he's got to talk to me.
Hold on. What is that, sir?
Why are you wasting your time with him tonight? It seems like he's just calling to get his 15 minutes of fame on the show. And we both know that he's probably a closet homosexual.
I am.
How dare you, sir, call me that? I was having
Dude,
sex
you're
with
talking to a guy that's named Bone
I
Master.
didn't
Come on,
know
buddy.
it was a guy, did I? I didn't
You
know
know
it was
it's
a guy,
now.
did I?
You want to get back with him.
Steve, are you asking a lot of questions about? You're asking a lot of questions about penises. Sounds a little weird to me.
It sounds real weird to me, too.
Hold on for a minute. That girl come on, she's talking about her daddy and how good he is and everything.
She wasn't talking about how good he was.
Well, she was saying he had all kind of women and this kind of thing. She never not once said she was married. All she could do is talk about her daddy.
Man, just because you're messed up
How
don't
am I
mean everybody
messed
else
up?
is.
Hey, dude, how am I messed up?
Dude, you're wanting to get with your neighbor again, even though you know his name is Bone Master, and you're sitting here calling him Pile Driver? Come on, buddy, my old lady calls me that.
I called him that when I thought it was a woman.
No, how you gonna call a woman Pile Driver?
So now you're laughing at me.
I'm
Yeah.
laughing at you.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm laughing.
I done heard it all now. I can die in peace.
Hey, you know something, sir?
Yeah.
I dare you to go into a chat room and talk to some person who is just giving it to you good, and you think it's a girl, and then you find out it's a guy. I wouldn't call you no queer.
Oh, man, I'd want somebody else to.
What's that?
I said I'd want somebody else to. You're sitting here. Let's face the facts. You're wanting to get back with your neighbor. You know he's a guy. You're calling him Pile Driver. Those things don't add up. Are you a homosexual? Yes
no,
or no?
because the
That's
sex
the
that
question
he offers on cyber...
that's the question I'm looking to answer
No,
before
I'm
I hang
not.
the phone up.
No, I'm not.
You
No.
sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, denial is the biggest thing.
I'm pretty damn sure about that.
Phil, what do you think?
Well, you did call him Pile Driver.
Bull crap.
Exactly.
I
You did
no,
call him Pile Driver.
no, hold on for a second now. Okay, both of you can go straight to hell. Thank you.
Nah. Hey, he
Well,
hung up on us, Phil?
He hung up. Yeah.
He hung up on us?
Yeah. Okay, so you want to get back with your neighbor who calls himself Bone Master. I got to get out of here.
There it is, Steve Bosell with episode 148 of the Classic Show podcast here. And the Steve Bosell character, as you know, came about right at the beginning of our time in Los Angeles, around 1996, 1997. From Knoxville, Tennessee, he came with his family, April, his daughter April Jr., his son Steve Jr., leaving Knoxville, Tennessee for the great weather of Southern California, only to find out that it was raining. So the first lawsuit that Steve ever filed was against the Chamber of Commerce of California for having the gall to invite him to California through their brochures, and the weather was crappy. So that was the beginning of this big fat crybaby known as Stephen Bosell. Remember that this is from November the 27th of 2003, a Steve Bosell Thanksgiving Day marathon. So that's something cool to check out if you'd like. That's episode 148. See you guys tomorrow.